for a nigga with his rapping and blow a stack for your nigga with your trapping and clap for a nigga with his rapping and blow a stack for your nigga with your trapping and Tom Ford.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Jason's Sports Show. Once again, we have our old friend Matt here, the basketball fanatic.
I'm sick.
He is sick. We're both sick. So we're here for another rousing debate about the NBA, but this time we'll be taking a preview of the season. It's the 2014-2015 season. Okay, we're gonna be playing with a lot of factors here. Okay. Matt has a very good Matthew McConaughey impression. Why don't you give it to us, Matt?
NBA is like a flat circle.
Well,
it's an awful impression.
It's okay.
I just like doing it.
It's good enough. It's better than my impression. We're gonna start off in the Atlantic Division. Last season, the Toronto Raptors rose to the top of the division and scraped their way and destroyed the Nets, tore down the Nets, beat the Knicks, shunned the Celtics, and, well, practically embarrassed the 76ers. So we're going to start from the bottom to the top. The 76ers, have they improved, Matt?
Have they improved? Well, when you are at 0 and you go to 2, you have definitely improved. The main thing with their addition of Joel Embiid and Dario Saric in the draft, they're obviously not going to expect much of this season. Probably the same thing from last season. Yeah, you just can't expect much, but you have to look to the future with the 76ers. I do look forward to the return of Nerlens Noel, though.
Noel's and
Michael
Carter-Williams. How do you think that's going to work out?
It'll work fine. That's not as much of a problem than it will be next year when Joel Embiid comes, and we're gonna have to question if Nerlens Noel can play power forward, or if Joel Embiid could he could play center. But I look forward to them in the future. I don't expect anything from them in the present, and that'll probably be the same for the next 2 to 3 years.
So they got to a really hot start last year. If you remember, they got to a really hot start.
Michael Carter-Williams had one of the best rookie performances in terms of their first NBA game ever. He had a triple-double.
That's true. I want you to give me a win percent amount of games won. I'm gonna cap it off around 18. Bleacher Report's guy at 16. What do you got?
I would say around at the most 20 games, but you can't expect much from them.
Well, the Atlantic Division is kind of trashy recently, but you got the Celtics, a storied franchise that's looking a little bit down after their star point guard, Rajon Rondo, not only says he wants to leave the franchise, but then gets injured before the season starts. This is gonna give headway to Marcus Smart to start for Boston, but what do you see from this lineup when you look at it?
I see a young team. I see a team that's not gonna probably do anything for many years. They're in terms of rebuilding, they're off to a worse start than the 76ers. Right now they're better than the 76ers, but they're just not good. They're below average, and they're going to stay below average, even in their crappy Atlantic Division.
What do you think they can get for Rondo?
For Rondo?
Yeah. What pieces do you think they can get?
Well, they need... When Kelly Olynyk is your starting center...
I think Olynyk plays well. I like his style. I think he's the morphine to what they're going, the pain they're going through right now.
Yeah, but he's in most other teams he would not start.
Oh yeah,
that's definite. When Jeff Green's your best player, your highest scorer on the team, you're gonna go through some rough. they're going through growing pains. I do look forward to Evan Turner though. He had a bad season last year when he was picked up by the Pacers.
I like the additions they put into the team. I like Marcus Thornton coming to Boston. I like him being kind of a mentor to Marcus Smart, if you will. I think Marcus Smart will. I think he will blossom. When I say blossom, I mean not blossom at all. I think he'll find his role in Boston, and then find his role again once Rajon Rondo starts coming back. Bleacher Report's got these guys winning 21 games. I say 23.
That sounds about right. 21, low 20s. Like I said, they're better than the 76ers, but they're not good.
That's true. Very true. Okay, in the third position. Now, do you think the Knicks? This is obviously this is another team. This is another page's predictions for the division. Now, we have the two New York teams, and obviously these two are I think we're in unison when we say that the Toronto Raptors are going to win this division again.
Oh, definitely.
So, do you keep these guys? Do you keep Brooklyn at number 2, the Knicks at number 3, or what do you do?
It's very difficult to determine where the Knicks are going because there's so many factors that need to be considered when thinking if they're gonna do well or not. Because they recently picked up Derek Fisher as a coach who has yet to prove himself, despite doing well in summer league. But that's summer league. I like Carmelo staying, which I think won't change the fact that they're gonna probably not go very far in the playoffs still. They lost Tyson Chandler. Who do they have as their? Who are they predicting their starting?
The starting is Calderon, Shumpert, Anthony, Stoudemire, and Dallenberg. Yeah. I have a thing about Stoudemire and Anthony playing together. It's not a good thing because they don't mend well together. They don't mix well together. Those positions.
No,
Anthony can easily play the
power forward, yeah.
And this can make room for another quality player. Maybe can Stoudemire play the 5?
Stoudemire can play the 5, but he's not comfortable there. I think because
he's fallen from grace.
Yeah, he's definitely from the Phoenix Suns. Yeah, and. How old is he now? He's in his 30s, I believe.
Yeah.
So I don't expect much from the Knicks. I'd have them at a losing record, but yeah.
I just didn't like the Tyson Chandler giveaway. I felt like you gave away your best defensive player, and that's gonna hurt you in the long run. So Bleacher Report has him at 36. I have him at 33. For wins this season. What do you have?
Well, people seem to doubt Melo a lot, but you have to remember that 2 seasons ago he averaged 28.7 points per game, nearly 30 points per game, and I think that'll help you somewhat. So I'm gonna put them at high 30s.
Okay.
High 30 in terms of wins.
Okay, so the other team in New York, the Brooklyn Nets, they gave away Paul Pierce, they gave away Andre Blatche, they gave away Marcus Thornton, but they got Jared Jack, and they got Corey Jefferson, which really isn't saying much. But their lineup comes out to be Williams, Johnson, Karolinko, Garnett, and Lopez, which is not that bad of a looking lineup.
On paper. Which was supposed to be the same for last year, with Darren Williams considered a couple years ago to be the same skill level, if not better, than Chris Paul, and that's obviously has changed.
I feel like the dealing to New Jersey at the time from Utah hurt his career. He was really that Utah team with Boozer and Karolinko and all those guys. It's a very good team, but he's in Brooklyn now. I've seen him play. I've seen what he could do. I liked when they had the Williams. Was it the Williams, Johnson, Wallace, Humphreys, Lopez lineup. That was one of my favorite lineups.
That was better than this team, definitely.
That-
Especially when even Kevin Garnett knows that he's not gonna play well, or this team's not gonna play well, which I think is the reason he's mulling over retirement. Moreover, Lopez is good, but
Lopez can play at an all-star level if he needs
He's so injury prone, just so injury prone that you can't. He's not very dependable as a center.
Now, I'm just going to throw it back real quick to when Chris Humphreys played for the Nets. That 1 year, it wasn't that 1 year. I forgot what it was. At the 2012 season.
Yeah. Where he averaged double doubles.
He was just having an amazing run with them. It was high octane. He was coming in, and those 2 years he was with the Nets was incredible. He was averaging at least 10, 11 rebounds per game.
Under 30 minutes, I believe.
And obviously it's obvious to see that Garnett's only averaging 6 rebounds, and he's not meeting up to expectations, which is why I have the Nets making the playoffs, but coming in with 39 to 40 wins.
Yeah, the East is so weak that you could have a losing record and be in the playoffs.
That's very true.
As opposed to the West.
Moving on to Toronto, the gem of the Atlantic. This team has proven time and time again that just because you don't have high-named
superstars,
big name and light players, that they can't be good. Well, they are good.
They are good.
NBA. And Kyle Lowry, Terrence Ross, DeMar DeRozan, Andre Johnson, and I can't pronounce this guy's name, Jonas Valanciunas. I just probably Yeah, these guys are just playing great basketball. 51 wins projected for them. I say 53. But what do you think?
That sounds about right, about 50 wins, especially when you're playing against the Atlantic a couple more times than you would play other teams.
I like what they've added. They only lost one player, which is John Salmons, which was, I believe he was acquired in the deal to Sacramento.
Yeah, and John Salmons is also, I guess, fallen from grace, which wasn't high grace before, but...
He was the most paid player in Sacramento at a time.
Yeah.
We'll get to Sacramento later.
That's Sacramento.
But anyways, so Toronto, I love the energy from them in the playoffs. I thought that game against Brooklyn was probably one of the biggest letdowns in the recent history of Toronto, even though they haven't that much history so far in Toronto in regards to playoffs in American sports, North American sports. But I think they're going to come back this year. They're going to go to work. They're going to stay focused, and they're going to try to make a deep playoff run.
They're going to try to... I don't see them winning a championship, especially with the Cavaliers being the way they are, but if they just need that one piece that's going to make them into a championship contender, but I see them going deep in the playoffs and being competitive throughout.
This is true. So we head down to sunny Florida for our next division preview, which is going to be the Southwest preview. The Orlando Magic. How are they doing now? They lost Aaron Aflalo and Jameer Nelson. Where did Jameer Nelson go? I'm trying to figure that out for myself. Jameer Nelson took his talents away to the Dallas Mavericks to see if he can try to put together a few more years and try to tack on if he can get a ring with the Dallas Mavericks, but we'll discuss that later. Yeah. So, they got Channing Frye, they got Ben Gordon, they got Luke Ridnour, Aaron Gordon. They got all these guys, and they are trying to see what they can do with these young pieces. Let's look at their starting lineup, shall we? It is Payton, Oladipo, Hartless, Harris, and Vujovic. A lot of these names are not recognizable. And what are these fans? If you're an Orlando fan, how are you feeling? What's your outlook right now?
You're feeling happier than last year, but you're not. You're not gonna win.
Okay.
Alfred Payton and